So today we're unpacking a date that is, etched into the calendar for every Indian,
Hmm.
January 26th.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously everyone knows it as Republic Day. You've got the parades, the jets flying over Rajpath, the holiday. It's a big
It's a
deal.
very big deal.
But looking at our research, the real question is, why this date? I mean, India gained independence in 1947, but we celebrate the Republic in 1950. What's going on there?
Well, that's a distinction that often gets lost in the celebrations.
Yeah.
Between 47 and 50, India was technically a dominion.
A dominion. So what does that actually mean?
It means that while the British had left, the British monarch was still, at least on paper, the head of state. January 26, 1950 is the moment that cord was finally truly cut.
Right. That's when Dr. Rajendra Prasad took the oath, the first president.
Exactly. It's the transition from being a dominion to becoming a fully sovereign democratic republic. And the engine that powered that whole transition was the Constitution finally coming into force.
And what an engine it is. I mean, the sources all describe it as the longest written constitution in the world. It's not just some pamphlet. It's a massive, massive framework.
Massive is definitely the right word. When it was enacted, it had 395 articles and 8 schedules. But it wasn't designed to just sit in a museum. It's a living document.
A living document.
Yeah, it has evolved with the country. It's had over 100 amendments since 1950 to keep up with everything from, land reforms to digital privacy.
You know, what I found really cool in the reading was how it was actually put together. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar and the committee. It feels like they didn't just write it from scratch.
No, not at all.
It feels like they were almost DJing, mixing the best tracks from different political systems to create something totally new for India.
That is a perfect way to visualize it.
Yeah.
It was a very pragmatic synthesis of global best practices. They took the parliamentary democracy model from Britain because, well, India was already familiar with it.
Okay, that makes sense.
But then they looked right at the U.S. Bill of Rights as a model for the fundamental rights. And for social policy, the directive principles. They actually drew inspiration from the Irish Constitution.
So let's look under the hood of those components for a second, because the sources point to this really interesting tension between the rights and the directives.
Mm-hmm. You could think of the fundamental rights, that's Articles 12 through 35, as a kind of shield for the citizen.
The shield.
Yeah, these are enforceable in court. Article 14 guarantees equality before the law. Article 19 protects freedom of speech. If the state overreaches, you use these as your shield.
Whereas the directive principles, Articles 36 to 51, they act differently. They're not a shield for me so much as, a compass for the government.
Precisely. They're the moral compass. They're instructions to the state on how to build a just society. Things like ensuring welfare, providing free education, or working toward a uniform civil code. You can't sue the government for not doing them immediately, but they are the yardstick.
And the preamble sort of oversees all of this: justice, liberty, equality, fraternity. But here's where the research got really philosophical. You can have the perfect blueprint, the perfect shield and compass, but it doesn't run itself.
No, it doesn't. And this is what we could call the human variable. While Nehru gave that beautiful tryst with destiny speech, setting this hopeful stage, Dr. Ambedkar offered a much starker warning.
What did he say?
He said, and I'm quoting here, "However good a constitution may be, if those who are implementing it are not good, it will prove to be bad."
Wow. That's a heavy reality check. It basically shifts the burden from the book itself back onto the people.
It does, completely. It means the document isn't magic. At the end of the day, it relies entirely on we the people. It requires citizens and leaders to actually live up to those ideals.
So when we see social divides or things like that, it's not necessarily a failure of the text.
Exactly. It can be a failure of implementation, a failure of us.
So to wrap this all up, the big takeaway here is that Republic Day isn't just a party. It's more like a pledge. The call to action from our sources is pretty direct.
Yeah, it's not just about watching the parade. It's about engaging. Read an article of the Constitution, know your rights, and vote informedly.
Dr. Ambedkar left us with one final thought that really sticks with you. He said the Constitution is not merely a lawyer's document, it's a vehicle of life.
A vehicle of life. It's a powerful image.
It really is. So I guess the question for you to mull over is, how are you driving that vehicle in your own daily actions? Thanks for listening to this